Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas at day 22. It's really early right now because I have to get ready and go to a psychiatrist appointment today. I go see my doctor every 3 months and I've been seeing him since 2013, so we've been together a very long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out an outfit and do some quick getting ready, and then we're gonna have to head out the door because my doctor's about an hour out. Okay guys, so here's the outfit that I'm gonna wear. The shirt's from Hollister, and then just some sweatpants, and they have a stripe on the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do my hair and makeup, and we'll get going. All right guys, I'm gonna start by spraying some Valentino fragrance. I'm just going with one spray today because I don't want to overdo it. I'm gonna go ahead and add my vitamin C serum.
Is that for beauty or is that just for...
And then I'm gonna take my moisturizer and apply some of this. Then we're going to take some of this Veil Cosmetics foundation, and like I've been doing, I'm just going to put a little bit in the palm of my hand and disperse it between both hands, just like this, and then just apply it to my whole face. I want to go ahead and set my face with some of this Bite Beauty setting powder. I'm going to take a little bit of this GOV Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer and bronze up my face. Now you have to be very, very careful with this bronzer. I want to go in with some of this Benefit Dandelion blush. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild brow gel just to tip my brows a little bit and give them some hold.
I'm playing brain test. I'm playing brain test. Yes.
Guys, I really broke my brow gel now. See how this... I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but this whole stick moves like this now. It's really, really broken. Now I'm taking my Kaleidos palette and taking just a little bit of this lightest shimmer shade on the tip of a brush and just gonna pat this on my eye. I'm using this Makeup by Mario eyeliner, and I'm gonna go about halfway in my waterline. Next, I'm gonna add just one coat of mascara. I'm going to spray some of this Blueberry Mist from Milani on my face just to kind of set the powders. And then for my lips today, I'm going to use this Tower 28 lip gloss in the shade Coconut. And I'm also going to bring this with me when I go. So that's all we're going to do to get ready today. All right, guys, we're on the road going to my doctor. And my husband's with me because even though I've been going to the same doctor for about 10 years, I still get nervous every single time. And it's a pretty crappy rainy day outside, and the weather's just really cold, and I just don't like it. And I think the weather's supposed to get worse as the week goes on, so not really excited about that. So we're out of my appointment, guys. Everything went well, and now we're stopped at GameStop for a little bit. We went in to get a gift card, and then we'll be on our way home. All right, guys, we just got home, so I'm going to go ahead and change my vape coil, and I'm currently making this Positive Energy Sweet Tangerine tea. So, guys, I'm just going to sit in my chair for a little bit and drink my tea and watch some YouTube just for a little bit, and then we'll get to doing something else. Okay, guys, me and my daughter are going to walk around our yard and show you guys some cool things that we find. The first thing I want to show you is my flowers. I bought some fake flowers because I didn't want to put any real ones here. So, yeah, we just have some fake flowers. And then over here, if we walk this way, I think I already showed you my compost bin, but we have a big old compost bin here. So we use this for the garden in the spring. And then here's our banana tree. We usually cut this down for the winter, so it's about time to do that. But we do get some ice cream bananas off of this every single year. This is our fire pit, and you can see that big ant nest on it. We always like to have fires out here. In this big area over here is our garden. So in the spring, we're gonna come out here and plant a big, big garden. The bad thing is we have fields all around us, so we get crop dusters coming over, and whatever they spray out of the crop dusters kills our tomato plants, so it's really aggravating. So I don't know if we're going to do tomatoes this year, but we're going to do a bunch of other stuff. Right here we have a mulberry tree. So in July, I come out here and pick mulberries, and we eat them or make stuff with them. Over here is our pond, so you know, you could sit out here on that bench and just look at it. It's a little low right now, but when it rains a lot, you know, it gets really filled. So that's how it looks right now in the winter time. It's really, really pretty. Here's our giant log pile for the fire pit. So when we cut down trees or pick up limbs, this is where we put them all for the fire pit. And then moving over here, this is my prize winning cactus. So when me and my husband were riding four-wheelers down a dirt road once, I found one pad of this cactus and I just randomly planted it, and look how big it got. It is huge. And every single year this cactus grows fruit on it, so it gets really, really pretty. And then back here we have our bonfire pit. So this is the big fire pit. So whenever we need to burn something really big, this is where we do it. And one time we had a fire so big it burnt down a tree. This is our cute little chicken house. A wild animal, we don't know what kind, came over our fence and killed all of our chickens. So we need to get some more baby chicks and raise some more hens. And we just haven't done that yet. So we need to come out here and clean this out and get some new babies. So then we have this big tractor barn with a lawnmower under it. And we don't really put anything else under there right now. But if we have a trailer or something, that's where it goes. So it's just good if you need to get something out of the rain really quick, or if you have any equipment that you just need to move under there and store. Now over here is the pine tree section. These pine trees drop the biggest pine cones I've ever seen in my life. I've gathered a few, so I just keep them and decorate with them. But these are so, so pretty. I love these. And then all these vines here, as you can see on the wooden poles, these are all of our muscadine grapevines. So every year around October, we get a whole bunch of muscadines. We love coming out here and picking them, and when we have chickens, they love eating them. My husband's really, really good at making muscadine wine, and it's one of his favorite hobbies to do. So that's why we grow these, and we need to come out here and clean up these vines, but that's for another day because it's gonna take us a long time. And then all these trees over here are all crepe myrtles and sawtooth oaks. We actually live on a tree farm. So all these are baby trees growing up, and they're all in pots, so we can actually move these. We actually sold a couple hundred trees to a nursery, and we need them to come get some more of these things. And then in this little section, we have a whole bunch of peach trees. So we try to harvest them before the deer get to them, but sometimes the deer are very, very fast and we can't get the peaches. But this is where the peaches come. And then this long thing is a big caged in section. We were thinking about doing strawberries on here, but we just need to take a chainsaw and a weed eater and just come clear this out. But we haven't done anything with it yet. And we found another major ant nest right here. And then, like I told you, we live on a tree farm, so the entire acreage that we live on is all irrigated. And this little section of irrigation is all messed up, so we have to either replace these pipes or do something with it because some of these pipes just got knocked out of place here. And look at all these pallets we have to craft with, guys. Look at all of them. Don't they look so fun? And this is our landline back here. On the other side of the trees is a field. So in this little bit of trees, you can find pecan trees and go back there and collect pecans. And next, over in this little section are all the berries. So right now we have a whole bunch of blackberries coming in. As you can see right there, they're all growing. But we really want to put some blueberries and, you know, just other types of berries right here. Hey guys, we're back in my little private filming area because I figured we would do another heartfelt talk today. Since I had to go to the psychiatrist today, I figured today would be a great day to talk about just mental health in general, but especially how it affects me. So getting right to the point, I suffer from a lot of things, but namely schizophrenia. I'm not going to get into the dark depths of all my problems, but I just like to think about it as my brain is wired differently than the normal person. I think, I act, and I even speak differently than what most would consider normal. I'm currently on heavy medication, so the effects of the disease aren't what they can be, but that doesn't mean that I don't have interference in my everyday life. Living with schizophrenia has caused me a lot of hardship, but I've also learned to rely a lot on routine and especially on schedule. So when I was first diagnosed years ago, I had to go through a lot of stuff. I was misdiagnosed. I had to go through a lot of medication mishaps. I had to go to mental institutions and stay there for a while. And I even had to do a ton of different types of therapy. And I'll even go as far to admit that therapy was always a burden on me and has never proven beneficial. In my experience, all the therapists I've seen, I've always felt like they were reading verbatim from a Google page and that I was just another number in the system. I've also taken part in some group therapy and I've done some art therapy, and all that was pretty cool, but I just never stuck with it for a long period of time. I'd say the absolute best, most beneficial thing in my personal situation has been that I've been under the care of a professional psychiatrist that has given me 24-hour emergency contact, as well as being on a very strict medication regimen for several years. So alongside schizophrenia, which significantly impacts my behavior, I also suffer with immense anxiety. So my anxiety comes in all sorts of forms, but especially when it comes to the weather and in social situations. So I get extremely, and I'm talking crazy nervous when the weather forecast looks like it's going to be a nightmare. And it's also very difficult for me to participate in things that affect my daily life, like driving, going to family functions, and even talking on the phone. So my husband, he has been an absolute lifesaver for me. For the last 16 years, he has done everything to make my life easier, especially when I've spiraled out of control. So suffering with all my mental health conditions, I can tell you that my husband is my rock and he is my caretaker, and he doesn't let my worst fears eat me alive. Without him, I have no idea where I'd be, and I absolutely mean that. I simply cannot survive on my own, and there's not a lot of people out there who can handle what I go through. And I know I'm not the only one out there that suffers from mental health disorders. Far from it, actually. It's so highly stigmatized in our society, even after years of research and education. I really wanted to open up this discussion today to bring light to the subject and let anyone out there who's listening know that you aren't alone. So you gotta be honest with yourself. Sometimes mental health conditions can improve, but sometimes it can get worse. Either way you look at it, you have experienced the hell that these conditions have brought upon you, and sometimes it's hard to get away from the negative emotions or the victim mentality that you sometimes suffer with. So some advice that I can give to you if you are currently struggling with something is, first and foremost, don't ever hate yourself. I know it's real easy to blame yourself and further punish yourself. And if you know to change your mindset, it does get easier. Next, I absolutely recommend journaling, getting an adequate amount of sunshine every day, and then finding a hobby that you can just lose yourself in and be completely passionate about. These 3 things are an excellent way to restructure your mind. So if you have anything that you would like to add to this conversation, or you simply just want to tell your story, please do so. The sharing of your story may just be the inspiration that somebody needs to finally ask for help. Okay guys, here's my dinner for tonight. I'm just having some fruit and some nuts because I'm not really that hungry. So I have a Fuji apple, some blueberries. This is the last of my pack, so I'm just finishing them up. Some cashews, they're not that great. They're not as salty as I had hoped. And some lightly salted almonds, some walnuts, a candy bar for later, my dinner time supplements, and of course a full bottle of water. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end Vlogmas day 22 here. I know it was a much shorter video than normal, but to be honest with you, I just didn't do very much of anything today. I had so many nerves all the way to my doctor's appointment, and then after my doctor's appointment, I was just exhausted. So there wasn't very much of anything to vlog today, so I apologize for that. But for what it's worth, I hope you did enjoy today's video, and I hope you had a great day as well. And if you did like this video, please give me a giant thumbs up, and if you didn't like this video, just hit that thumbs down button. And until next time, bye!